Okay, we're live also on Rumble. So Andreas Russo here. Back to our second session of the day of the business acquisition. I'll have to Jag. We're live, I think. Yeah, we're live right now. Yeah, anything we need to talk about?
No, nothing in this. Nothing.
Okay, we'll talk later on then. If you need anything, send me a message.
Okay, sure.
About the thing, just post as much as possible on Red Note and everywhere else. Okay, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
All right. So again, back to our session. Let me watch this video.
It's changing slowly. Oh, this is dried out.
You've got
This
it.
is bit. That's dried out down there pretty much. There's little bits, but first look, that's full. And I emptied it last night. So I'll empty it again now.
Yeah, we've got damps that are basically that's what it is, and finished the refurbishment of an HMO recently. The walls are damp, but it's not because of rising damp. It's just damp. The walls have accumulated over time. The walls in the rooms that are heated with the heating is no problem. They're already dried out. No problem. We've done the damp-proofing everywhere anyway. It's just the kitchen where there's no active heating. Another middle room where the radiator is not as strong because it's one of the sleek design radiators which are not very efficient. They're not giving out a lot of heat output. So Andreas Russo here again, back into our daily, very boring work of business acquisition, leads for business acquisition. Okay. So back to that. Okay, that's done. So basically I already found a company where I identified the owner, very old owner owning many companies, and by the time I found it, it was pretty much a few months later, maybe 3 months later, died. There you go. And everything is being passed on to someone else. Engineering revenue 8 million. Company owned by Mr. So and so. He owns 2 companies. Call him, email him, civils. So this particular contacted last year already got his mobile number through cold calling. This gentleman is born 1966, 14 years older than me. So even if they're not interested, it is all right. My point is to build systems where these owners are receiving letters and emails so that when the time comes later on, as long as they're significantly older than me, The first person they're going to think about is Andreas Russo. That's it. Again, it's all about, I like systems. I like systems. I don't want to rely on my work, on people's work. I like systems. This thing about systems. Yeah, 1966. James Simmons, 1966. Yeah, that's it. That's the guy we need. What we're going to be doing, we're going to just make sure each person that owns something significant and is significantly older than me going to be on our mailing list. Mailing, just normal mail, okay? Normal mail. Normal mail. So, because the point is making sure that they know there's somebody who's interested in buying their business. They've got me in their mind when things go belly up. They've got me. So if there's hundreds of them, they've got me. And I target them already because they're older. They own assets that are of interest. Then good things are going to happen over time. Good things are going to happen. The point is, don't let. My advantage is still 46. Still supposedly young. I look quite young, to be fair. I feel young anyway. So I would suggest anyone who smokes, stops smoking and does loads of exercise. It eats well. There you go. Let's see if I can make this phone call. Let's see if I can actually get his personal email address. Gonna give him a call. Give the company a call. By the way, I just want to check something.现在9点半，晚上已经睡着了吗？我想打车到。Okay. Excuse my Chinese. Okay, so we need the usual tool, which is this one. I'm gonna close this. That's what I see what's going on here. And I feel that this is a job that I worked at the moment is worth my time. But as I say, the point is, by the time I'm 50, I want this to be systemized through employees or whatever else. Yeah. On YouTube, we've got 3 people watching. Thank you for watching. And Andreas Russo here. Now, what can I do? Zoom. We need Zoom to make a call. Support. Oh yes, still there. Resume. What's new? Contact sales. Meet. Pricing. Other account. Web app. It's not web app. What's going on? How do you work that? What is it? Meet. Phone. Oh, they changed the. What's going on? What's the meeting? Phone pricing. Phone. Contact sales. Why is it? I'm going to call Jag again.
Yes, Andreas?
Oh, you're outside, Jag.
No, tell me what happened.
No, nothing. It's okay. Just Zoom. I don't know. Something has changed. I'm logged in. Web app. Oh no, hold on. No, it's not there. I'm just trying to find a way to call people. Something has changed.
Stream is not working. Send me voice note so I can reply.
No, okay, no problem. It's not the stream. It's not working. It's working. No, Jag. It's just I don't know how to call. They've changed something on Zoom. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to call using Zoom now. I've done it last week. Something's changed. That's all. See if I can figure out what's gone. None. Meet was new. Chat. Oh. Phone. Oh, got it. Got it. I got it. It's something changed something. No worry, Jag. I got it. Okay. Fixed it. So basically, in this call, so this director is born in 1966. I can't register, I can't put these calls online because number one, I'm giving personal details of these people, and I don't want people to just jump ahead later on. And also, I need permission for that to be happening. So basically, the conversation went. Well, I called the main number. He's the guy who owns the business. He answers the phone. I confirmed that I have got his mobile number. I confirmed that I spoke to him last year. And and I simply said, look, we're interested in buying your company. So if and when you're interested in selling, remember me. That's it. Andreas Russo, remember me. That's all I wanted to know. And it's, can I please have your personal email address? And he gave me that. So I've got mobile number, personal email address, obviously his address is their company's house. So you're going to put him in the system. Put it there. That's it. Easy. Easy. And I said, why are you interested in buying my business? It's very simple. I'm an engineer. It's actually an engineering company. It's actually the sector that's quite close to property development. And I'm actually as local to me, and so I can actually oversee the company. So there you go. I think he is a very good fit for our acquisition. So the point is I'm 1966, got him in my system, boom, put him in my CRM later on, and then I'm going to get things there in my system. So deal flow is going to come later on. But very, very likely we're going to do some mailing letters. So to get something, ideally, what I'd like to do is at least get one acquisition if possible this year. But acquisition that is not going to be a headache. I don't want headaches here. I really don't want headaches. And I'm going to use I'm not going to put any personal guarantees, and I'm not going to put any of my money down. Zero of that. Absolutely zero of that. Nothing. No personal guarantees. So I'm not going to risk whatever I've done until now for a company that can go down to zero. Let me check. See this particular company? I think if I systemize things, and why systems are very important. Systems are very important because we're only humans. We can't keep on track of long-term opportunities, but systems allows you to do that. You forget everything. Look, see if it says it. Look. Yeah, that's the correct one. See what it says. Overview. Come on. Confirmation statement. Yes, things are okay. Incorporated in 2005. Yeah, it's actually filing things. Total exemption full accounts. Let's have a look at this. Stock debtors. Stock, we're talking about. So cash in bank, very little cash. Shareholder funds, not much. But basically, we'll see what the company has anyway. Put them there. Debtors. Current assets. Oh yes, that's why I was interested. The assets on this company stated on the accounts are in 1 million. It's 1 million. Tangible assets, 70,000. Shareholder funds, 300,000 odd. Yeah. That's it. Average number of persons employed by the company. It's actually winding down slightly. Intangible fixed assets. You can have an idea what's going on by looking at the accounts, which you can look on Companies House. Got the cost, depreciation, debtors, trade debtors, creditors, trade creditors. Okay, we'll look at it later. Put them there in our system. Yeah, put them in our system. Let's see what is in there for us later on. Let's put them in our system. It's good. Put them in our system. Because then once I carry on doing, I know how to do the job. Yeah. May be able to acquire the assets of the company. We'll see that later on. Leave them there. Leave them there. Electrical services. Industry electrical services. Revenue. That's actually not right. No. See this Mr. Simmons? What does it? Put it, I'll leave it for now. Because my job is, identify the opportunities anyway. Let me save the thing. Civil, electrical, services. Link. Okay. No. Go back. Copy. See what we find here. Revenue 7.3 million, too many directors, standard letter, email, and lists. Have a look. Let's do another search here. I'm just looking at the notes I've got from last year. There it is. Have a look. See if I can find the active. One active significant control. More than 25%. Again, this is the same game that we talked about. So you used to have a person owning it, and the owner became a private company. And I think I know why. Hold on. Is that two owners, I think? I'm just suspecting it's two owners. Let's have a look. If this is the Mr. This and Mr. That. See if they're directors as well. Forget about it. Yeah, they're directors. Very direct, yeah. Yes. Yeah, as I said, too many directors. No, actually 4 directors. 4 directors, and I think there's a possible hit and miss. Let's see who's the holding company owned by. I think I've got a guess by who's owning this company. No idea. And then basically my intention is to buy these companies for cash flow. So people, see if I got the names. Yes. Who's this guy? Oh no. No, too young. So basically this company has already been acquired 2 years before, 1 year before I started doing the company acquisitions. But the 2 people are even younger than me. They stay in Cleethorpes. Well, the register addresses are in Cleethorpes. There is. So I really don't think this is I really don't think this is something I'll be able to acquire easily, because the conditions are not there. There's brand new owners, they're younger than me. I don't think the conditions are there for that to happen. Because what we're targeting is people who are tired, older than me. So what I'll do, I'll just take this one and I'll just delete it. We'll not even bother with it. So look, this generational family business, hard target, try mailing list, nah, forget it. Let me check. It's a family business. It's owned by a company. Actually, no, I'm even wrong. Hang on a second. Oh, yes. I was wrong. The owner is one person, owns more than 7. Yes, that's it. Never say never. We got him. Yes. There we got him. So what we're going to do is just going to put this very nice name here. Yes. 1964. Date of birth. It's younger. Let me check a few other things. See if all right. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a family business. Buys one owner. Yes, we'll do this. Yes, absolutely. I even think it's worthwhile giving my call. Absolutely. We're going to do this. 1000%. We're going to do this. We will do this. This we will do. No, I was wrong. 1964 it was born. So look at put this name there. So I think absolutely CRM's gonna get a mechanized system where we're gonna send letters without even me knowing that we're gonna send them. That's the little trick we're gonna play. Play this little trick. There you go. Okay. So yes, we found this business, found the person. So then what I'd like to do as well is give him a bit of a call. All right, send twice a year. There you go. See if I can find it. See what it does, the business. I've got a website. Very small. Well-established, reputable electrical contractor and control panel manufacturer. Yeah, that could be a possibility. Installation wiring control systems following commercial electrical services, power, lighting, installation. Yeah. It's a business that I used to be involved with before being an electrical engineer. So I get it. Our environment, personnel. See how big it is. I'll close this one. How big it is. I'm gonna have an overview of how big it is by the accounts. Total exemption accounts. Yeah, there you go. So look at the accounts. Yes, absolutely. This company is fat. Absolutely. It's fat. Where I see where. Yes, absolutely. This is fat. It's a fat company. Yeah. So have a look. What we're gonna do, go back to that, see if we can find contact. There you go. There's the phone number. The phone number. Phone number. Boom. 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 For safety, make sure that this is not recorded. Just the usual thing. Somebody, as soon as I'm interested in investing, boom, not interest. But it's not him, one of the employees. No problem. Not a problem. So what I'll do is I'll put notes here to say, find a way. So I called oh come on. So I'm going to put notes here. So I'm going to detail the next stages. Boom. What is this? Why is it not allowing me? There you go. Take it off. Let's do this way. The main office on the 16th March 2026. And upon saying that we are interested in investing, the employee said he is not interested. Of course it's not. So, next step, try and find both direct email address and mobile number. But if I phone now, obviously she's going to know me. She's going to know me. So I'm going to let a bit of time pass, call again with this objective. This is actually good. It's potentially good. Call. One, two, three. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. So meanwhile, we can send the letter anyway. There you go. So basically, each contact, we know about the existence. So first of all, we have to know about the existence of the business and the opportunity. Once we know about it, then we're going to put on the letter mailing list. We can add them to the mailing list. Then we can actually, little by little, we're going to get contact, we're going to get phone numbers, little by little. We're just going to work these contacts. We're just going to work them. That's what we're going to do. And over time, we're going to get there. We're going to get a very nice acquisition. The first one, and then you're going to get the second, and so on and so on. Good. No. That's bad. Let's go. So look. Yeah, what I like about this is that even if I stop for a while, the work is not lost. So I stopped almost for what? Well, it was 10 months I stopped because I had to change a few things in my life. So I have to reorganize stuff. There you go. Boom. So I like how old he is. Nah, he's too young. No. Has significant influence or control? Nah. No. No, I'll leave that. They're too. Basically, these owners are too young. There's two owners and they're too young. No, not gonna go there. Basically, we're looking at the, because this is the very beginning of the low hanging fruit. Then, if there's something of interest later on, then it's going to be something different. Nah, too many directors. I'd say even leave it. Nah, you're just going to completely delete that. Delete that completely. So look at this. So, as I said, something that's happened usually is only 1 hour of streaming, 1 hour of work a day on this, but my car is broken down, so I find a bit of time in my hands, so I'm just going to carry on with this. Another electrical contractor, so I'll look who owns this thing. Okay, so I'll look. Yeah, okay, this is owned by a private limited company, so I think is unlikely. And I think I even know what limited company, who owns the limited company. Wakefield, nah. I think even this is going to be a bit of a waste of time, even sending the letters, because the ultimate owners have structured things well. So I'm looking for a low-hanging fruit. This is what I'm looking for. Low-hanging fruit. So look at this. See who owns this thing. People. I think I know. Get there. I think I know who owns it. My God. It is owned by another company. No, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. This. I don't even think it's worth, because it's basically two layers of corporation. It's not the right acquisition target at this point. Just delete it completely. Nah, delete it completely. Let's go. Yeah, this contact I've got is. Yeah. So I wish you could make it more entertaining for whoever is watching. So, Maker. See who owns it first. See who owns this company first. Okay. I think I spoke to this guy. I've got a feeling I spoke to this guy. Born in 1955. The previous owner, which I managed to find last year, born in 1944, is already dead. There you go. So, let's have a look at this gentleman here. So, look. So there's only one owner. More than 50%, but less than 75%. Mainly one owner, Spur, that's why. It's a family business. The founder was born in 1928. Husband and wife. I can see it from here. Living in a farm at the time. 1928. Resigned in 93. And the wife resigned in 2020, basically due to death. The husband resigned in 93. I think the owner carries the same surname, and it was born in 1955. Yes, so let's have a look at this company on the internet. Generational situation. A generational business passed down to already the second generation. Could be there's no more generations going on. No contact information. It's easy to find. Let's have a look. I think I know what it does. There's no contact information. Oh, there is. They're in Turkish. It's classed as builders. Yeah. Classed as builders. 10 plus years in business. We are 10 plus years more than that. There's 2 phone numbers in there. So what I have to do, again, give him a bit of a call. Giving a bit of a call. But first of all, what I'll do, before giving a call, I just want to set up the mailing. So even if I fail at that, this is already done. So I can mail the main person, the person who owns most of the business. Gonna mail him first. Gonna set up the mailing first. Hold on a second. What's going on here? Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, basically I spoke to this gentleman. He owns 80 properties, 80 units, mortgage free. He told me the story last year. This is where basically what I'm going to end up like, owning shitloads of properties. Am I going to call him again? Yeah, I'm going to give him a call. See what he says and just put it that. This was in May 2025. Okay. Yes. See, I'm just going to give my call. Yes, let's give it a call. See if this happens. Yeah, pretty much live in most places. So here is the situation. I cannot actually make you listen to the conversation, unfortunately. It was very entertaining, in my opinion. Again, this is people say do not do cold calls, but in reality, from my experience, I got a great amount of very good business in the past through cold calls. Picking up the phone, looking things up on the internet, yellow pages, calling and say, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And good things happened. And it seems as if it's happening now. I'll give you a rundown. Basically, this gentleman owns 84 units. Let me actually change. And he's got two children. Is his dad started the business of building these houses. He owns 84 units because they used to build them, and then he's got 84 units debt free. So he's saying, look, and I asked him, look, am I stepping on your children's toes here? Do they want it? What is it? I don't want to cause any trouble in the family. And he said his son is certainly not interested. And I said, look, do you have talked to your children? Yes or no answer. He said, my son 100% isn't interested. My daughter, I don't think is interested, but her husband might be. So he said, you could be the catalyst that makes something happen. And I'm not in competition. I'll let other people have it. I don't mind. I'm looking for good deals here. So I'm going to meet him on Saturday, 10 a.m., and at his premises. And I'm going to have a conversation. But basically, he doesn't have a trading business. All he's got 84 properties. Possibly could acquire them all. Who knows? Who knows how we can do that? Yeah. 84 units. Off market. Shouldn't. It's ridiculous. We'll see what happens anyway. I don't know whether I'll be able to do anything with it. But again, yeah. I think what I'll do is, if I manage to go there, because my car is broken down, I will go, and then I'm just not going to say anything. I'm going to shut up, listen, understand what the situation is, and then if I can find a way to acquire them using leverage or something, I'll acquire them. Who knows? But again, these sort of things happen. Okay. I'm going to put his address here. So I've got confirmation of his address. Confirmation of his address. And again, to give you an idea, basically, and he confirmed what I suspected. I said to him, let me guess. Is it the business started by your dad? Born in 1920s? So, yeah. I got it right. You can actually see the patterns on company's house. It's not difficult to understand what's going on. And then you can also understand that his children are not there as directors. So there you go. To me, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I called them again in on the 16th March 2026, and we arranged a meeting at his premises above. He doesn't have a choice. Just my son doesn't have a choice. He needs to take over. Above on Saturday, the on Saturday the 21st of March at 10 a.m. Okay. Good. So basically we've got some solid meeting. Solid meeting here. Could or could not. 84 units. At the sign of a paper, I could become the owner of 84 residential units. Speak to the bank. Who knows? Okay, let me ask artificial intelligence. See what it actually comes up with. How we could structure the deal. But without me putting any money down. And it doesn't have, let me actually write down, it doesn't have any trading business. It doesn't have any trading business. By the way, he does not have any trading business. There you go. But one thing I really don't understand, why would you not take over 84 rental units? That's beyond me. That's really beyond me. And they're all 84 rental units, mortgage free. There's not any debt in there. Let me do ChatGPT. GPT. There you go. Okay, I found a business owner, an owner of 84 rental units in the UK who owns them completely mortgage free. It does not have any debt at all on them. They're all residential units, and he wants to dispose of them because it was born in 1955 and he needs to get out. What way could I structure a deal using bank loans, bank loan mortgages, or for 84 units, rental units, residential units, so that I would not need to put any cash down and then raise in finance? How could I do it? Let's see what this says. Boom. So portfolio value, bank loan 70%, deposit required. Not going to put freaking 3 million there. Seller loan. Seller loan, yeah. Okay. That's a very good idea. So that's how we could structure it if he's agreeing to that. So basically, get banks involved and let's see if this is going to distress me. Okay, let's put it this way. In the retain equity. Later, you refinance and buy the remaining 30%. You buy 70% bank loan, 7 million. Seller keeps 30%. No deposit. Lease option. Yeah, it's kinda possible to do this. Now, given the size of this portfolio, the acquisition, because it's a very, very, very large loan I'm gonna take to acquire it, should I start a brand new company, acquire it through a brand new corporation? Because I want to make sure that I don't put any personal, the ideal scenario, give me some solutions so that at this scale, is it possible to buy it without putting any personal guarantee? So at this scale of, I mean, with the size of this portfolio, is it possible to buy it without putting any personal guarantee? Because the problem we've got is that I don't want, I'm trying to avoid putting personal guarantees in place. Such a big, I already got only, well, 500,000 or more personal guarantee, debt worth of personal guarantee. But whatever acquisition I'm going to be doing, even real estate, I don't want that to be wiped out. That's the thing. I don't want to be that to be wiped out. Because any acquisition I make, they're extremely low risk. Anytime I refinance something, it's very low risk because the income is so high and the what do you call it? The rent, the rental income is many times higher than the mortgage repayments, the interest repayments. So this is the situation. So it's a very safe way of me to refinance. And then whenever I buy something and I buy so undervalued and we lift the price so much, because I want, as I said earlier, I want peace of mind. I just don't want to be in a situation where I'm not going to sleep at night, or if I don't work my arse off, I could lose everything. I want to be always in a situation where I can stop and things are going to run. anyway. In the worst case scenario, I'm not going to lose the whole thing. That's that's the situation. So see if what it says. And again, so is it best I buy it using a brand new corporation? And at this scale of acquisition, do banks lend without a personal guarantee? Because we're talking about an acquisition which is much larger than my current portfolio. If, say, for example, I borrow 50% of of the asset value, for example, through the mortgages, is it possible to remove the personal guarantee? Okay, do a deep research and see what banks in such as an acquisition, do deep research and see how I could possibly acquire this portfolio using a bank loan, or mortgage or a bank loan, commercial loan, whatever it is, without me putting a personal guarantee in place, using a brand new corporation. Okay, just do some research. Okay, because that's a big worry. Guaranteeing that, who knows, 84 units, we're talking huge amounts. Or some vendors finance, that could actually work. So we could do vendors finance. Yeah, we have to find a way to basically what I'll do is I'll yeah. See if I can actually do some vendors finance. Yeah. Okay, I'll just go there and see what is motivate. Well, I know the motivations. See what we can actually do. What can possibly structure. But I'm running alone. Yeah, that which is quite good. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But again, this is the point. What Donald Trump said in the past, 20 years ago, I remember I was always studying Donald Trump, is that always have loads of deals you're working on. So you're not confined to one only. Many, many deals. And then see which one is going to fall better. Yeah. Okay, so where we are with the work is 1.5 hours. And almost 3 o'clock. See where we are with things. There is that. Okay. Another way of doing it is so that, see if we can actually do this way. What if I just negotiate for example, vendor's finance, because it's completely debt free, and then in case of death of the owner, then the rights to this finance is going to pass on to the children, who are going to act as lenders from the bank with the first charge. And yes, in this case, basically the vendor has got, the children have got an interest. So basically, if the vendor does not need the cash, can have reassurance that part of that is going to be passed on to the children. So when it goes away, when it passes away, the payment is going to be carried over to the children. This is a possibility. And in this case, what is the inheritance tax situation? So how much would the children need to pay in terms of inheritance tax? Yeah. Serious. That's going to work. Vendor finance, if the seller lends you the money, vendor's finance. Okay, so what is the structure that we can devise so that we arrange something close to a vendor's finance, even interest free, maybe to decrease the amount of loan that is going to be inherited by the children? And then tell me if a trust could transfer the interest in the loan to the children tax free. Give me all the possible ways to arrange the an owner's finance in a way, in structure in a way, so that the children can inherit that interest um, into the loan without legally having any inheritance tax liability. Do deep research. There you go. See if it's possible. If it's possible, we've got a deal. Because that way we just scale. Everyone walks out happy. Children get as much money as possible. I get away with the portfolio. There you go. If it works. That'd be great. So we have to structure the deal in a way so the children are going to make lots of. This I was successful in sales because I was seeing things in from the buyer's point of view. In this case, I have to try and structure a deal where the children, if I manage to get the children on board and I minimize their tax event, and I have ultimate ownership safely of this portfolio, we have got a deal. And this owner is now 1955, so it's only 70 odd. So hopefully it's going to survive long. Hopefully it's going to be alive for a long time. To see all these things, this work, it would be impossible to do it. So I thought for 1 minute. Yeah, I'm just studying the way to find how to pass on to the loan. You have the children not to pay any inheritance tax because he's going to love that. So basically, it's going to work. If I manage to find a way. I'm sure there's a way. Can the loan be put on a trust immediately, and the trustees and the beneficiaries are all just the children? And then, yeah, and then the father has got right to withdraw as he see pleased from the fund where the so basically this trust is immediately in the children's name, and but practically the father can still use as his own money, so to speak. Is there something of the sort? What can we devise? Because the problem by passing the debt immediately, the loan immediately onto the children, is that the father is not going to receive any benefit from it. Or how can we get a way to get the loan to be passed on to the children immediately from day one? So the 7-year-old rule is there, but the father somehow benefits from it. How can we work it out? And then do some deep research. We have to work out a way so that we can structure this deal so the children are going to get as much money from the estate as possible, as tax efficiently as possible. And we can explore vendors finance, whatever we can explore. We can explore any possible way. I think it's going nuts. AI is going nuts. See what it says. We'll have to find a way. If we find a way, very clean way, where all the interests are safeguarded, maybe we can get a very good deal. Or good for everyone. Yeah. Great. I wasn't, I think there's some possibility here. Because if we do a straight sale, use banks, it's going to be taxable event because of the sale. So, but if we structure in a smart way, we can reduce the tax bill for in everything. But basically, what I'm asking here is, so if we say, for example, if I buy outright using my money and banks to finance 70%, 60%, and I give him 100% all up front. If the assets are in a company's name and he's clearly the owner, then he needs to, and I buy the company, for example, then he needs to pay capital gains tax. Let's say, for example, I buy it outright. He needs, and then I buy the shares of the company. I reduce because everything is owned by the company anyway. So my best strategy is to buy the company shares to reduce the stamp duty. But in that case, if we do that way, then he needs to pay capital gains tax. Is that correct? Because he owns the company in his own name, 100% or something similar. Am I correct? Plus, when he dies, then inheritance tax will kick in. So the best way is to find another way of buying it, using owner's finance. That's the problem. Okay. Mm-hmm. So in case of vendor's finance, it would make sense to make it interest free as a loan, because then we have to take into account. So if it's vendor's finance, 100% vendor's finance, at the date of the transaction, how much tax does the vendor have to pay if it's 100% vendor's finance? So he funds directly 100% of the sale. and how much would it need to of the sale of the company itself, because he owns the company's on his own, and then how much would they need to pay if we were an outright sale? So I bought it 100%, give all the cash in hand, 100% of whatever value of the company is. The company is owning real estate. That's all it does. See what it says. There you go. Just trying to understand, study the. Example, 10 million. Finance. Not normally. If the seller sells shares of 100 million but agrees you to pay over time vendor's loan, the gain still arises at the time of sale. HMRC generally treats as if the seller receives the full value. Tax liability arises, contract completes. That's really not good, is it? Deferred consideration. If part of the price is uncertain and contingent tax treatment can change. Example, earn-out payments. So I like us do this shit. One based payment. I have to find a way to cash sale. I know. Yeah, I'll have to work on this, but I think it's possible. We'll have to work something out. Okay, think creatively. Okay, think creatively, especially with vendors finance, trusts, and everything else, in order to, one, make sure that there's least amount of tax payable by the seller on the transaction date. We're very flexible. We can actually use deferred consideration, whatever is legally possible, plus all the interest. And if the owner dies, and then we can try to set up things so that the children can get things at his death, at the seller's death, whatever interest, as tax efficiently as possible. So think deep about this problem. think creatively. I'll try the last try, and then I have to take a rest because I'm just even I'm confused. I think we're going to be able to find a good solution. We cannot find it immediately, but we're just going to try and do some vendors finance. So basically, my job in this case is trying to find a way to acquire the whole portfolio in a sustainable way for me, and as tax efficiently legally for the seller, plus passing on any interest to the children as in a tax efficient way as possible. As tax efficient way as possible. This is the art of deal making. Finding solutions here. Because if I come up with a solution, it doesn't matter. Even if somebody else is taking over, at least I found a solution for this person. Because he wants to get rid of it. Well, what can you do? Even when I'm freaking 70, I've got to think about, well, I can't. I have to pass it on. Gonna let you listen to this. Let's listen to it together. Together. What time is it? It's time for me to go for a jog. What time is it? See what it says. It takes a while for it to reply. It's not. These are complex problems, and there's always solutions. There is always solutions. My goodness, it takes forever. It takes forever. Usually, it replies really fast. I think these are difficult things. I guess it's not easy. It's so complex. I just can't freaking do it easily. I cannot even get, so I can't even get a read out of it. I cannot even get a read out of it. He is so tired for AI. So what is suggesting here, saying installment sale, not vendor loan after completion. The sale contract itself says the consideration is payable by installments. HMRC allows CGT, capital gains tax, payment by installments under Section 280, broadly linked to when the installments fall due, subject to limits. HMRC manual says this treatment is different from cases where the vendor is simply made a loan to the purchaser. That means that there is an important distinction. Bad for tax timing, full sale, now vendor loan. Potentially better for tax planning. Sale agreement itself says the purchase price is payable in installments. These may not reduce the total CGT, but may reduce the cash paying on day one. Split note. This is quite complex. We need to actually get some studying in this. The father wants ongoing benefit and wants. So basically, we have to get a deal with some. Yes, so yeah, I have to look at it. What is this? Their structure of property. Okay, I'll look at it later. But anyway, thank you for see who's watching. You're just gonna have a look at it. 3 people watching. Again, I'm very sorry. It's not very entertaining. Entertaining is what? Here is almost 4. But you've seen how I made money so far. I made money so far by just solving these little problems. In this case, little by little, if I manage to solve all these issues using lawyers and whatnot, I'm going to be able to acquire an 84, a company that owns 84 properties. So there you go, mortgage free. But obviously, I have to, if I want to be smart, and this is how I got the biggest contracts, the biggest sales, but being smart, seeing things from the buyer's point of view, in this case from the seller's point of view, and this even going a step ahead from the children's point of view, and then I lock in the deal. That is the strategy. In this case, 84 units. Yeah, and then if it works, boom, we've got a deal. Everyone is happy. All the seller is happy. Children are happy. Everyone is safeguarded. The children, which are the grandchildren of the main person who started the business, get some good interest into this event. So everyone, and I gain ultimate ownership of it, and then pass it on to my children. There you go. But in my case, I'm going to plan everything well in advance, so that my children will not pay pretty much almost anything legally. So there are many ways. If you do plan in advance, you don't get hit with that. But I don't know his personal circumstances here, so I can't really tell. But yeah, so to recap, in this particular case, I remember I spoke to this gentleman last year, 2025, in May. I've got in the notes that I called him in May. I put a note of that. And then I left it. But then now, going back, he remembers me. So I don't. And that's why, yeah. And I got a number of deals that way by cold calling. I got a number of deals. that way. But the good thing about this sort of deals about company acquisitions and acquisitions is that it's not like you get commission from one sale. These things, if you structure them well, is an ongoing cash flow that gets into your estate. So there you go. Anyway, thank you very much for everyone. To everyone, it's almost 4. I have to do some other stuff for the day.